Hello viewers, welcome to Dimapur 24/7. So my aro iti aina se Brent Town te aji silent protest Brent Town la turisna iti amungala deputy CM Sri T.R.Zeliang tabi aina se along with him iti NHIDCL team member kan bi tan inspect kule tagan itu program te nalabi itu rasta recently la video te amongan dikha pa nisna itu 2.8 km la Brent Town la itu package 1 la zone area te amikan dikha pa nisna itia aji program te aji la event te tagan ite inspect kula ahadma dikhi pa ase itu isna ite student kan nolibi youth kan nolibi the council Brent Town la area pura monu ite aine jama kuna tagan ite silent rally kuna tan kuri kwa dikhi pa ase itu isna ite amugala picture sale tu ite Brent Town la welfare organization ite hold the pride tan ite program tu tayan ite meeting kuri ase itu nisna the further la update tu tagan meeting kuna ola pichida mokan apni ga dikhai dibo.
And accordingly the amount pertaining to that length around 5 to 6 crore has been deducted from their final bill. So we will issue the completion very shortly. So far as the construction of the remaining part of balance part of 2.88 km, we want a separate estimate to be prepared based on all the safety features which I have already told on the mic, on the dais rather. So we want some more provision for ensure the safety of the destabilized hills. So accordingly, the consultant will prepare a separate estimate based on the recommendation of the committee. So there will be separate tender for that, I suppose, but the last decision lies with the headquarter. So for my position is concerned, I have cleared it. If you want to have any other question on this too, we can have. Thank you. But I already told that 2.8 kilometer was as a result of the visit of the director technical, and based on his report, the headquarters decided to de-scope it because they felt that constructing road by cutting hills through this area will destabilize the rock and nature of the stabilized hill. So they don't want to put anything unsafe like. So they have withdrawn those there. But since we have seen the site again, I am here for the third time, I don't think it is very impossible to construct the road. It can be viable, but some extra measures have to be taken. For that, we want a separate, exclusive estimate for this entire stretch. We will not rely on the estimate for the rest of the length where we have the minimum protection work. That protection work will not be sufficient enough for this habitated area. So protect the life of the people and enjoy a safe and trouble-free journey. We want some extra precaution to be taken within this habitated area. So accordingly, we will suggest that a separate estimate be prepared for whether the cost rises or not, that is immaterial. Because even if we have 5 to 6 crore saving while scoping the length, that 5-6 crore will not be enough to construct a safe road over this stretch. Moreover, we want 10 meter wide 2-lane with the paved shoulder. Wide our scope is 2-lane with absent shoulder. So for town portion, 2-lane with the paved shoulder required. As we already discussed with Mr. Ritin. So we will see all those positive things we will put in our report and see good things happen.
Was it a combination of disagreement over compensation, or was it only over the alignment or the width of the carriageway? The next question, is the project on? Will you resume the project?
I have told earlier that the project is completed. Except the project is completed.
Parent portion is completed.
Not parent portion. Parent portion has been de-scoped. De-scope means it is not within the scope of the contractor anymore. For that, it has to be treated separately. It cannot be accommodated within the contract which has just concluded. It is good for the town also, because we will be now coming with some additional provision with safety and all. And the existing contract, only 5-6 crore were left amount. So provision was on that breast wall, and I think Mr. Batra will explain it properly, what provisions were there for safety. Because right now we are very much concerned with the safety issues. Because landslide is happening in almost all the district of Nagaland. So all the entire slope protection measure up till the possible height, we will ensure that. And apart from that, some additional measures we also take. So that I think your answer, I have given your answer.
And what was the original estimate of this stretch?
Yeah, original estimate what you have seen beyond the 2.88 kilometer. The safety measures which have been taken
In terms of
like
money,
a breast wall.
what was the monetary cost? The estimated cost?
No, you have seen the rest of the road. Apart from parent portion, you have seen the road. Only those measures were incorporated in the contract. But we don't think that is sufficient.
So are you still facing disagreement over compensation? Would the Deputy CM or anyone from the State Department answer that?
No, we are in constant touch with the Deputy CM sir, and we keep regular meeting. So we will try for the best. I mean, we are not of the opinion that the road should not be constructed. Some solution has to be arrived at. We will try to convince our people also. So some confusion and misinterpretation is there between the two. But I think that people should cooperate. There is no reason to deny that there will be no road in the parent town. But whatever comes in future, it will come better than what is happening. That will be our suggestion.
Am I to assume that the parent town portion of this project is no longer, it's no longer feasible to be included in the original DBR, right?
That has been excluded.
Okay.
Excluded for some good reason. Because if you cut high hills here, the destabilization will take place. Landslide will start occurring. Rock falls will start occurring. How to prevent that? Those prevention mechanisms not in the rest of the length. But now if we prepare the estimate, we will take into account all those things. So if something has happened, it's happened for good. What I mean to say.
Our district assessment committee, DC sir. Just one thing, was the assessment done with 18 meter uniformly within the stretch, or is it 14 or 16 depending upon the stress?
To stress one thing, the de-scoping has been done for parent town mainly to treat this 2.8 as a special case with special slope protection measures. Since it is a densely populated town area, if you start cutting, it will start falling. So that's the reason. It has been separated and has been taken up separately with all the provisions of safety. Because safety of the public is our prime concern.
Sir, so does that mean this portion of the road will require additional separate fund? If so, how much of fund will be required for this portion?
Yeah, definitely. We have, the headquarters has excluded a 2.8 kilometer parent town. So the saving was only 5-6 crore. In 5-6 crore, I don't think those safety measures with all the features can take place. So the revised estimate will be much more higher than that.
Now coming to this 2.8 kilometer stretch, you are talking about the safety of the public. The assessment has been done 4 times by the district assessment committee. So you have still doubt on the district assessment committee regarding on the safety of this 2.8 stretch?
See, these are two things. What you are talking about is revenue matters. What we have told is a technical matter. You cannot conclude on the basis of the technique. Technical requirements are different. They are based on the geographical strata, safety of the road, and other measures. While revenue matters deals with the land acquisition. So as DC Sahab have already told you, it was proposed, the estimate was prepared based on the 18 meter ROW. So that is yet to be approved by the headquarters. The moment decision is taken in that regard, we are not sticking to 18 meter. What I have told in my over the dais, that even if at some places we need to require additional land also to make the entire hill height safe. So once we destabilize the rocks, there should not be possibility of any rock fall or any landslide or anything of the kind because of the stabilization which we are doing. So in that respect, these two things are different. What we have told is purely in technical in nature. Whatever ROW is required, that will be finalized after the submission of the report. We may require more, we may require less, that is a different issue. So we will send our requisition based on the finalized ROW. Maybe more. I cannot say right now.
Yeah, some of you have questioned the stand of the state government. The stand of the state government is very clear from beginning. As per ROW, within the perimeter of ROW, they have done the assessment. The first assessment, second also. Then third was neutral people sent from Kohima, headed by SC. So that also as per the SOR 2016 at that point of time. But now SOR has been revised to 2021. So as per SOR 2021, state government has prepared the assessment and it has been scrutinized, cross-checked by Land Revenue Department. After their approval, it has gone to NHIDCL. So now NHIDCL people, they have come back here, that means to discuss and reconsider what is possible. So from my side also, Union Minister has clearly mentioned that the entire stretch, 2.80, 18 meter should be cut. Blacktopping portion may be 12 meter or 7 meter, but the road should be cut 18 meter. That was the direction given by Minister. But adverse remark given by Director Technical from NHIDCL, that has created confusion. So this time, Director Technical was asked to go attend the meeting, in this meeting. But unfortunately, his toll program was not approved by Secretary MORTH because of ongoing parliament session. That's why he could not come, and he has delegated RTC ED headquarters. So let's hope that the differences can be hammered out. Let us not be rigid to our point, and let NHIDCL also should not be rigid to their point. They want to blacktop the existing road and leave. That people will never allow. So there has to be, we have to intersect at a compromise point. Today will not be the end, but further discussion will take place. And that Director Technical also assure us that he will come after 20th of this month. So let us see that a formula can be worked out for the benefit of everybody.
Okay, last question to NHIDCL officials. Now we are talking about the possibilities and the compromise to work out. So how long we have to wait again for this 2.8 kilometer stretch to resume the work? How long?
No definite timeline can be given as on date, but we'll try to resolve the issue as soon as possible. I have come to the ground to know the feeling of the public. Once I'll convey to my higher authorities, and my feedback will always be positive. We'll try to resolve it at the earliest. But at this stage, I cannot give you a time frame.
Can we expect this year?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. It should, the construction should start this year.
Further question?
Okay, regarding the assessment.
Right.
Was the assessment done with 18 meter uniformly within the stress? Or is it 14 or 16 depending upon the stress?
Right. So just to answer your question, see, for any road project, the land acquisition plan is prepared by NHIDCL, by their technical team. And once they give us the land acquisition plan, based on that plan, we acquire the land and hand it over to the NHIDCL. So for this entire stretch, somewhere at most of the stretches it is 18 meters, but at few of the locations it was even below that. But right now I cannot exactly tell you how many locations were there like that.
Written assurance like that? No, you can't give, I know. But at least that assurance we need at this hour, at this moment. So what do you say regarding this, GM, sir? Please say something.
Sir, the ED sir has said that the considered opinion will be taken in Delhi. We will have to wait for that.
I request, people have waited for so long, so please wait for another few days. I will try to resolve. I have to convince my bosses in Delhi. Because if I was authorized to take a decision, I have taken a decision now itself. But it was, since this is a thing involving official procedure, I will definitely hear this thing and try to get it resolved at the earliest. And you have waited for so long, people, so let's wait for another maybe a few days. We'll just see what can be done. Because from my side, I'll definitely put a positive impact saying that it's required. And we'll try to start a work for this portion very soon. Maybe we have to, as GM ED Saab has told, we have to go for a fresh tender because the amount here marked for this portion is only 4-5 crores. उसमें तो आपका जो जितना slope protection तो बनेगा नहीं, है ना? So we have to get it finalized, call bids, but definitely we'll try to start a work at the earliest. It is a special as a special portion, unlike the other portion which is all built. ठीक है ना?
Lastly, our demand is that at least you should give assurance, give time period. We are not asking for 1-2 days, but at least 1 month or 1 week will do. Within 1 week, you can convey to your higher authority, and then you can give back the message to us. So, within 1 week, shall we agree with that? So, what do we say, sir? 1 week.
15 days. 15 days definitely we'll try to say something from headquarters.
Before we close, I would just like to share a couple of inputs which hopefully will also address some queries raised by some of the earliest news persons who had raised a couple of queries. What were the reasons for the delay? I think we have made it very clear that a couple of reasons why the delay happened was because there were queries after queries upon the damage assessments made by the state government. So the state government had to carry out 4 damage assessment exercises, which is a very unique case, which hardly happens in any other exercise. So I think one of the predominant reasons why there has been delay is because we have had to exercise 4 damage assessment exercises, and damage assessment itself is a very big exercise. That is one of the primary reasons why there has been delay. Every time damage assessment is made, we send to NHIDCL. They scrutinize, examine and give their approvals or disapprovals. The last assessment report, which is the 4th damage assessment report, is yet to be conveyed to the state government whether it is approved or not approved. So in our conversations with the NHIDCL, we have made it very clear to them 2 things. One, the commitment given by the Honorable Union Minister, MORTH, has to be adhered to, but subject to technical feasibility. If there is any stretch along the town portion, where it is not technically feasible, then that is up to the technical committee and the technical teams to suggest that this particular portion is not feasible technically. Wherever it is feasible, it has to be as per the specification and as per the original DPR. The state government has made it very clear to NHIDCL, and I am very sure that this message they will take back to their headquarters. So I am very hopeful that with the kind of response and the reaction that the public of Parent Town has given today, I am very sure NHIDCL will come back with a very positive report. And on that note, if there is no other queries, I think we will close this meeting. Thank you, everyone.
At the earliest, kuri dibo ko ase. Takan ko to 15 days. Within 15 days, the kuri dibo when assurance dina za ase. So within 15 days, kuri bole para na ko le, amokan to intensify kuri bantu. Itu pra itu banla to guarantee na. Rasta na patak amokan kuri bo bypass la kisa ko bi 100 साल पीछे भी ताकन bypass kuri na paribo. Highway भी जावले ना paribo. NH 129 to amona demand हिसाब ते Parent Town ते जाना है को ले amokan to Parent Town te NH 129A to cross kuli na dibo. Iman tak bi amongan kuriwo.
One itia 15 days period to diase. To itu 15 days to mane ban to continue kuri na ibo. Itat 15 days tak.
Nay, takan public kan pressure dian is na request kure ase. Itu alop suspend te lagai bi. Kile mane amongan 15 days muzote itu fasla sapa kuri dibo. To takan ini assurance dian is na amongan bi suspend te lagai dibo. Itia tu. Boleh 15 days te kuri boleh para na boleh sob dunia jani bi amogan ki kuribo amogan kusi kuribo intensify kuribo itu ase.
Acha mane indefinite ban tu ajibra suspend kuribo mane.
Woi 15 days limit amogan rukibo itu ase.